So what I wanted to speak about today was motivation with kids, and Lily and I have been really struggling in this area to help keep my stepson motivated to do above and beyond what is required. What he tends to do is to do the bare minimum, and he'll do all the chores that I require him to do every week. But when it comes to stocking up his hours or his time earned for privileges, he won't do it. He just does the bare minimum, and then that's good enough for him. It's almost his way of rebelling against the system that we set in place, which we expected. We expected there to be some pushback on this. So the thing I would really like some help with was how can we better motivate him? How can we help him to see why we're doing this? We've sat him down and we've talked to him multiple times now, and it seems to be pretty fruitless. It seems to his train of thought still stays stuck in what he's believing, that it's unfair, that nobody else has to earn privileges and do it the way that we're doing it, and that he feels kind of excluded from everybody else because he has to. And we tried to explain that, look, you have the freedom to earn as much time as you want out with your friends. Like, there is no minimum to how much you can earn. You can, if you run out of chores to do, you can always come to me, and I have super clean things that he can do, like cleaning the oven. Like, he can clean that out. He'll earn some time. He can always read the Bible unlimited amount of times. All he has to do is read one chapter and write about it for a page. Or I really didn't tell him that it was specific a page. I said that I want the content to be good, though, on what he's reading about and how it might apply to his life. And then he can earn a half an hour for that unlimited amount of time. So it takes 5 minutes to read a chapter out of the Bible, and then to write about it, you're maybe looking at 15 minutes altogether, and he can earn a half an hour each time he does that. So that's really been the struggle for us, is motivating him and to change his train of thought on thinking that this is just unfair, and to be fighting against us, to be able to see the benefit of it. And it's hard because he's 13. He's probably not going to see the way we see it. So the expectation of him doing that, I don't know if it's really fair of us to really expect him to be able to see that, because I didn't see some of the things that my dad taught me being fruitful until I was later on in life. And I'm like, wow, if I would have just stuck with that, that would have really helped me out later on in life. So we've been really praying for him to be motivated, to be able to earn extra time and to do above and beyond what he's expected. Not only is he doing the bare minimum of chores, but he's really doing them like with no effort. So I've caught him a couple times, like just vacuuming. He doesn't lift any chairs up. He doesn't move anything. And I've even given him grace and been like, okay, I'm going to give you the time this time, but I need to see some effort on this, and to see you really put some work ethic into this. And there's just no hustle there. There's no willingness to to see that this is something that is giving him unlimited freedom to do what he wants, really. And it's almost, I was fearful in the beginning that we were almost giving him too much, and that he'd be able to earn so much time that we wouldn't really be able to do much. Because of the system that we've set up, we've made it so that there's no reactionary punishment. So we can't just get angry and take away everything. So if he has a bad attitude, he has his list of privileges that he has, which we haven't written out. And if he does that, then he has something that coordinates with that to lose that privilege. So for example, if he goes to bed and he's late getting to bed, then he will, for example, he'll have to go to bed early the next night. Or he'll lose, actually how we have it set up is he loses one of his nights that he can stay up. So I kind of wanted to explain a little bit more of the system that we have, or some of the rules that we have in the house. He is required to go to bed by 10 on pretty much every weekday. He gets one night that he can choose to stay up till his later time, which is 12:30. That's the latest he can ever stay up. And it's summertime for him, so he doesn't have school. And we still want to keep him on a routine to where he's not able to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning like he used to be able to, playing video games or doing any of that. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so we have his bedtime set, and when he has the weekends that he can stay up till 12:30, and we have associated with not doing without following the house rule, it's associated the punishment with that. So instead of him staying up, him not going to bed on time, and him losing all privileges for like going outside or whatever, he doesn't lose that. He loses bedtime early, or going to bed late, or waking up at a certain time. The latest he's allowed to sleep in is 10:30. That's a rule in our house. And so he has been pretty relaxed, or we've been actually pretty relaxed on upholding these rules, and we've been okay with him. We've been letting it slide when he's getting up a couple minutes late. The other day he actually woke up a half an hour late, and I do help him get up. So I come into his room like 10 minutes ahead of time if I can, or if I'm at home, and I remind him that he has to be up. We have cameras in the house so we can see when he gets up if we're not at the house. So we definitely need to be better about holding him accountable. It's just so much change that's been going on in the house. We didn't want to be just so cut and dry that like he does know what to expect, but like we didn't want to be so harsh that like we gave him no room to like kind of adjust to this. And maybe we do need to be a little bit more firm on that, and or maybe we should be a little bit more relaxed on it. Honestly, like we're kind of learning that as we go along. So as we pray for these different things to happen in his life, it can get discouraging, because we'll see him kind of take 2 steps forward and then just like backpedal, and we're kind of at a loss. Like he'll go over and hang out with his friends, or he'll like go over to his dad's, and he'll come back with just a bad attitude. And it's like everything that we've worked through for the last week, it just regresses back to like where it was. And it's a struggle for us to kind of handle that and to not get discouraged on that. And one of the things I'm worried about that I think's really affecting the way he gets motivated is the gossip that's allowed to happen. I don't know what exactly is being said, and I'm not going to try to like try to reflect how we parent by just a guesswork on what we think he's talking about or bad mouthing about this. But I think I definitely see the impact it's having, and because when he talks to other people, then all of a sudden now it's back to where we were. And so how to deal with, we've talked to him about gossiping about stuff, and talk about like really getting together with other people, and just like talking about other people and talking about what's going on in our house. It needs to be done in a respectful way, or a way that's not just like bashing on what we're doing here. And so I really don't know how to put an end to that, or to be able to better get it in his head that it's not okay just to be talking bad about things that are going on, even if you don't agree with it. So I would really like some feedback on that, and the motivation on how other people might motivate their kids, and some things that might have worked for you that we could possibly implement and have worked for us. And we thank you, and God bless.